Yeah, it's not attached, so watch out.
No.
You're unmuted.
Now you're recording?
Did it make a noise? Usually makes noise.
Go start it, Austin. Hurry. All right, you can unmute me. You can unmute me now. Go. As he was calling Elon Musk out as a fraud, and he's like the world's biggest con artist. I think it's a little harsh. We talked about this at the beginning of one of our other podcasts, but I mean, really?
I don't know. I would support that claim.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Because Elon Musk is the worst and everyone hates him.
Really?
What?
No.
Elon Musk is the worst and everyone hates him? Everybody just left the podcast right there.
No.
Dude.
I'd say that's a little extreme. I mean, there are some things where you could claim, yeah, he might be a scam artist, but he did some good work with PayPal.
Yeah, he sold. Who did he sell PayPal to?
Didn't he sell it to, I don't know. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about.
I don't
that.
even know either. I was just watching the
eBay,
SpaceX video. Did you guys see their latest SpaceX video?
I did not. What's it about?
They live streamed like the first time that they sent a canister to the space, and it came back down, and they sent it to space again. And the rocket landed. And the videos, if you guys seen the videos of the rockets landing, it's freaking beautiful just watching it go and just like landing perfectly every time. And they're sending up stuff to the ISS, and they do that a lot. That's crazy that NASA kind of just like fell out, and now they're expecting private companies to
private sector, man,
pick up the slack for them. And arguably doing much better. It's crazy how much SpaceX is how far they are ahead of everybody else. I was watching a video about like Blue Origin. Did you see that video?
Jeff Bezos' company.
Is that really who it is?
Yeah,
really.
It's an Amazon company.
That's crazy. I didn't know we were having like a CEO arms race to space right now. Because Blue Origin, but they're like way far ahead. They're still not landing their rockets yet. That's still, they're by far ahead of everybody else. Anyways, enough talk about space. Let's get to augmented reality. Hello and welcome to the Reality Check podcast, episode 42, right?
Yes, 42.
42, 43, wherever we are.
Well, we did like 41, but it was only like 20 minutes long because my laptop destroyed itself.
Technical difficulties, which hopefully we will avoid for this podcast. Thank you guys for joining us, though. Today we have a lot of exciting news. We're streaming on a Thursday night, which is definitely not our normal night, because we knew that Wednesday night there was going to be some very big news that we would want to cover. We totally knew that it was coming, and that's why we postponed it.
Exactly.
It was such big news that Paul even flew into town
to
be here for this podcast, because that's how big the news was going to be, which we'll get to that news in a little bit. All of you already know what it is, but
Christmas
Christmas is coming.
Christmas came early.
That's the big... Oh, it really did, actually. But I'm Eric. I'm your host for the Reality Check podcast, and I'm joined by one good friend, one not so good friend. Well, I guess I'll leave it ambiguous. I'm joined by a friend and a not so good friend.
So we all know who it is. Okay.
My Switcher friend and my friend that's literally playing the Nintendo Switch right now, off camera.
Not paying attention to us at all.
Dude, he is immersed
in his own world. The Switch is incredible, by the way. I don't know if I said that enough. This is not a brand for the Switch or for Coke. But go ahead and introduce yourselves, boys.
Yeah, I'm Austin, here again. Glad to be here. Glad to be here in the presence of Paul.
Jesus.
In the presence of Paul.
All right, well, I'm Paul.
That was a great intro.
I've been on the podcast a couple times. A lot of times. I miss a few here and there. Yes, I was going to say I miss a few here and there. Come on, Austin. We're trying to be professional. We've got big news to cover today. And I'm really excited to cover that big news. And, yeah, I think our Magic Leap fan base will be pretty excited about this podcast. Or maybe they'll be a little angry at us by the end of it.
I have not checked the Magic Leap Discord or Reddit yet on purpose. Because, well, maybe not on purpose. I'm curious to what they're saying over there. I'm curious if this is living up to their hype and to whatever. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. Is there any other news we need to cover before we start our Magic Leap goodness? Has anything been exciting happening? Bitcoin fell.
Bitcoin has fallen because...
Hit 20 grand, went down to 15 grand, which is still insane, but still.
I guess there's some inside trading going on at Coinbase, so let's hope they get that figured out and Bitcoin can continue on its upward trajectory. XRP has done well in the last couple of days
Hit
here.
$1.
So that's good. Yeah, in the MR world, it's been pretty quiet. I think Microsoft, they played their hand, and now they're just waiting to see how it all unfolds in these coming... Well, this is their last week to really find out how it goes, so...
Definitely. And did you read any other news that you heard of?
No, I think it's been a real quiet week.
It really has been, which you think it would be more gearing up to Christmas, but I guess it's probably too late for most people to purchase presents and get hyped for stuff right now. It's geared up a little bit. We're slowing down a little bit. I bet beginning of 2018 around award season. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to bring this up to you guys. But we're going to have to do, awards. I wanted to talk about doing awards, but we did not plan it at all. Anyways, howdy Tuck. Welcome to this... Tuck Siver, welcome to the stream. If any of you guys don't know, we stream the podcast live once a week, depending on the date, but most of the time it's on Tuesday. We stream live. Come join us. It's about 7 o'clock Mountain Time. And if you guys don't catch the live version, you guys can catch it on the pre-recorded version, which comes out every Friday, which we have not been doing very good at getting it out, but we're going to get better. And thank you. Also, you can catch it on SoundCloud at the Hollow Herald. Just search Hollow Herald on SoundCloud. Anyways, let's get into the big news. Nope, we're not gonna get into the big news. We're gonna get our news out of the way first. because everybody's here for Magic Leap, obviously. Magic Leap Madness.
Wait, Magic Leap?
Yeah,
I'm not here for Magic Leap.
What are you here for?
HoloLens?
Oh, okay, right here, baby.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay, so we've been talking here at the Holo Herald, and we wanted to do awards for mixed reality, augmented reality, virtual reality, the reality awards. We'll probably call them the Reality Check Awards for our podcast. So we wanted to discuss some of our, what are they called? Like best picture categories?
Categories, yes.
Some of the best categories and some of the people that we thought. You guys can go ahead and let us know apps or people that you guys thought in the chat, or message them to us, or DM us on Twitter, and we'll just kind of nominate our own people as we go. We'll probably be doing that the first or the second week of 2018. We'll be announcing the winners and giving out trophies, and they'll be pretty official, hopefully, because nobody else is really giving out mixed reality awards like that. So we'll hopefully be the first. And I mean, we're like the most credible source, and people really want a trophy for us. I mean, you put that on a shelf, and that says a lot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
From the Holo Herald.
The Holo Herald.
We'll make it look Reality Check Award for best this. People go crazy. It's going to be awesome. So some of our... It's a kind of frog, isn't it? What's Magic Leap? It's kind of frog. That's funny, Tuck. Anyways, so let's think of some categories. Sorry, we're a little rushed. We hooked up some new stuff for the podcast that we'll show you guys in a minute, and it kind of stole a lot of our time to prepare. But a couple of the categories I was thinking was MVP of the year, most valuable mixed reality player. So
MVMR.
MVMRP.
Oh God, just call it the MVP. We'll just call it the best MR thing of the year. We could do like best app or like most promising app, because I don't think we're in a position to really say like best app, because I think we all know what it would be.
I think we should do a best corporate app that came out in 2017 and a best indie app.
Yes.
I think we should give out one to corporate people, and so that's people with like a big company. That one for indie developers, which I can already guess who are going to be. Some of the people that are going to be on most indie developers will probably be Cybersnake.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked. What?
Lucas Risotto.
Lucas Risotto made that. I can't think of any others off the top of my head.
SkyZ.
Oh, SkyZ's
Room Scanner.
Matrix Inception Room Scanners app. What else is there?
I don't know, but some.
No, she's good. We gotta focus. This is gotta be good.
In terms of corporate apps, would we include Fragments, or should we say that Fragments, because it was a Microsoft project, should be just like not included in the running?
Yeah.
I also think it came out in 2016.
Oh, true.
So I don't even think it
was
came
a
out.
launch title, wasn't it?
Corporate apps, I think, will be. Wow, we should have been really more prepared for this.
Yeah.
But the full version will be crazy. They were just naming off some random apps to kind of jog your guys' memory to give us ideas. Probably nominations will be people like...
What's that company?
Oh, my God.
What's that company that makes that map app?
Shanong's not corporate.
Oh,
what's that company?
Object Theory.
Object Theory. Spatial... Okay, we're not going to say anymore because we're not...
We're sorry.
We're not prepared for this. But we have lots of them. We have a whole chart that we've been making out and everything for this. Our categories will probably be MVP. So that's like a community member, person that's contributed the most. They could be a developer. They could be a community member, whatever it is. Just someone that we've seen that is contributing a lot. And there's a lot of people that are running for that one. This has been a big year for community development. And best indie app, best corporate app, favorite device, which I think there's only one device that came out this year, so that'll probably have to go to Meta. It'll probably just go to them. I can't think of any other devices off the top of my head. Oh, no, there's a couple other. Yeah. Vuzix. Okay, there's quite a few, actually.
ODG came out with something, didn't they?
Yes, I think they did, too. So, yeah, okay, there's more devices. There's a lot of devices. So just more categories along those lines, and we'll be handing out awards at the beginning of 2018.
Can we include the iPhone in that because of ARKit coming out with it?
Maybe we could do...
But do we really want to give the iPhone another award?
How about maybe we could do something like our favorite non-headset app. Mm-hmm. So that's like something for AR Core or AR Kit one of those, because I know we have a couple of people like Puzzle AR have been making some really cool stuff for that. There's some cool measuring apps. So I think it's been a big year for that. We could also try some of those. Anyways, be looking for that. We'll also probably have our favorite Hollow Herald community member and be giving out probably maybe not an award, but a giveaway to that person of some sort, someone that we've just noticed has been a really good viewer over the years. People that probably watch the live stream are probably going to be in there a little bit more than everybody else. But anyways, I think that gets enough of that out of the way, and be looking forward to our awards. Anyways, let's jump into Magic Leap, shall we?
Yeah, so Magic Leap, just last night, just yesterday, kind of teased their new product coming out and gave us a kind of general release date. So what do you guys think about that? They even released like some renderings of what the actual device will look like, what will be included in this development kit, and a rumored price point.
Interesting. Let's start from the very beginning. So I guess we were kind of right with our estimates. I can't remember what our estimates were exactly on the podcast. We should probably like do a super cut right here to cut to what we said and see if we were correct. I knew there wouldn't be a device. A lot of people were speculating there was going to be some form of a device or anything, but this isn't even an actual device. These are just 3D renderings of the device. We'll get into a lot of the details. Like the next 45 minutes is going to be dedicated to Magic Leap, basically. So we're going to cover a lot of stuff. But first, were you guys expecting the announcement for this week?
I mean, based on all the rumors we've heard, the people we've talked to, the things we've read, I was expecting something sometime in December. But what they delivered left me less than impressed. Because it's nothing. They didn't even give us anything. It was just more like an announcement to another announcement.
Exactly. And before we get into this, we're going to preface this by, like, we're not Magic Leap haters. We are slightly HoloLens fanboys, but that's just because that's what we've been exposed to the most. When we tried Meta, we became Meta fanboys. It's basically whatever we can try, we'll probably like it and enjoy it. So we're not going to... So from all of this doesn't come from a point of hate. Everything we say will come from a point of criticism. And, like, constructive criticism on that point. So all the Magic Leap fanboys and fanners out there, we love you guys. You guys are great. If our opinion's different than yours, please let us know down in the comments or the chat below. But let's get into it. You want to go ahead and cut to my camera, Ken? We got this cool new... It knows I'm screen capping it.
No, it's when you freak out your mouse, like a rave starts.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I don't know if that comes through to the... You guys might have not... That might have not come through to the... Did that come through to you? Oh, damn. Sorry about that. Headphone warning. Anyways, so this is Magic Leap's website. One of their biggest things that they did is actually updated their website. So you open it up. We'll be doing live reactions to all this stuff. Have you guys all seen this already?
Mm-hmm. Briefly.
So as I go to scroll down, I'm scrolling down now. It comes out, and we're at this stuff. So let's kind of go over everything we've seen. We got some jellyfish. First off, beautiful website. Very well done.
Yeah.
We've got the temperature over here. We've got something down here. I don't know what this is, like a little city thing. We got vines coming out over here.
We've got some IKEA chairs. I've seen those at IKEA.
Really?
So, yeah.
So they are.
I wonder if they have a partnership with IKEA or something. I wouldn't be surprised because
actually everything in here looks like it's from IKEA.
We've got a helmet. I'm really interested to talk. Let's see what that book is. I can't tell right there. But let's see. I'm really interested to talk to Noah and some of the Magic Leapers and see what kind of secrets they've found, because...
Oh, I bet it's full of Easter eggs.
I bet this is...
The fact that we just found the rave is pretty important.
So, I mean, it's like... I'm really excited to see what they come with it, but there's going to be so much to go through, and I wish it wasn't so much Easter eggs. I wish it was more like actual hardcore. Anyways, we can see they're kind of like bending the wall right here, kind of just emulating that this wall is probably even a render of some sort. Obviously, this whole picture's a render. But, all right, let's keep scrolling down. Welcome to day 1. Let's keep scrolling out. Oh, okay, we can see a little bit better now. Looks like we have a desk. This is supposed to be Saturn. It's very interesting. I mean, this is typical. Any startup or anybody would make renders like this for their stuff. All right, now we can actually scroll down. And we get to the headset.
Oh, gosh.
Why'd they pick such a muscly dude for that? I mean, because the headset looks like... Maybe because they don't want it to look huge, so they picked a big person.
Yeah, maybe. But...
It looks weird.
It looks like bug eyes to me.
Well,
you have
the
bug
problem
eyes.
is that it is a render, and they put it on a picture of a real person.
Yeah.
If you're going to render it, just put it in a white background or a black background or something and just make it look good. But you had to make it look gimmicky by making a render and then putting it on a picture of a real person. That doesn't make sense to me.
Let's see if anybody's in chat talking
They
about
really, I think they really dropped the ball on the PR battle with this one in terms of, like, that's the picture everyone has to associate with your product. It looks like some, like, 7-year-old got on Photoshop real quick and was like, oh, I'm going to take this render and put it on this guy. That's what it looks like.
This is not far off. There was a couple rumored Magic Leap
Can we compare
leaks.
it to the...
Oh, yeah, we do have that picture.
Can we compare it to the patent?
Do we have that? Do we
Yeah,
get the
that's on
patent up?
Slack.
All right, we have the patent up. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up the patent. Which one?
In the podcast, just go to podcast. It's somewhere in there.
Scroll up.
Really far up?
Just, yeah, keep going up.
This is all going to be open to
Yeah.
everybody. Switch off this for a second, kid. Thank you. All right. Sorry, everybody.
It's one of the things I posted, so. There. That's the patent image. So they didn't give a front view, but they gave the back view. And it looks very similar once we get this open for everyone.
If it will.
It's breaking. Okay.
Okay.
Gotta love Chromebooks. Oh, we're running all this off a Chromebook. Go ahead and cut back to us, Caden. All right, so we have the patent right here, and then we have the actual device. I think there should be a picture there.
Okay, right
There's
there.
a picture of a better device. So I'm going to switch between these.
So it looks similar.
Yeah.
Should I bring them side by
But-
side?
Yeah. But if you're just gonna release a render of your product, don't put it on a human being. Just
Yeah.
that picture right that we're about to show you right there is perfect. Like, that is a good way to just render out your product and show people what you want it to look like. You don't have to put it on a person.
One thing I'm noticing here between the differences between the two, there's a significant amount, which is understandable. Even these renders, I can guarantee, will look significantly different than the actual.
Oh, yeah.
Will look very significantly
Oh,
different
yeah.
than the actual device.
One big thing that I was reading is...
These are only August 30th, though, of this year. This patent was filed August 30th. Look how much it's changed
Yeah.
in only 4 months.
That's crazy. One thing that I was reading that a lot of people are upset about, well, I don't know if they're upset about, is it doesn't look like it's a glasses-compatible device.
Yeah, I can see
That's a
that
good
actually
point.
because it doesn't have like the visor look that like the Meta or the HoloLens has. It looks like a pair of glasses that you would put on.
Exactly.
So I wonder if maybe that is something they have to address in the future with maybe a prescription model or
I read that that's the rumor. Is
Okay.
They're going to be prescription Magic Leaps, which will probably cost an arm and a leg.
yeah.
I can't even imagine because prescriptions already cost so much. Imagine throwing that kind of level out. So, okay, let's just compare some of the differences. And this was only a few months ago. So look at what they've already changed in like 4-ish months, and look at what they've come with now. 4-ish months now. 4 months ago now. Imagine like because it's probably gonna be Christmas of 2018 by the time they actually release a device. So holy cow. Okay, let's look. So first off, in this patent, they have no cables coming out of the back.
Well, yes, they do. Those are tube cables coming out
Oh, those
right
are
there.
those are.
So
Oh,
what
okay.
they've done is they moved the cable input back and gone for like a more of a headband design.
That's
so what
smart.
are those two cables for?
The two cables are for battery and external GPU, which I'll get into that in a little bit. Let's just talk about design for this point. We've got a lot of I/O here. I mean, we've got outward sensors. It looks like so.
Cameras.
I'm gonna
it's just a lot of
I'm gonna
sensors.
bring this up full
Cameras.
screen this now. So it looks like we've got a sensor, camera of some sort, probably another sensor, two facing cameras. Maybe this will be able to record 3D or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think
There's a lot of RGB cameras, or
Mhm.
similar to looking RGB cameras. Interesting. It's very misleading. Like the I/O on devices, especially on renders, can be very misleading. Especially when I was looking through the Meta and I was holding the Meta, I felt like there was a lot of different I/O than it was actually used, like, because sensors and everything can look all the same but do many different things. It looks like we have speakers out here. Does that look like a speaker to you guys?
yeah, that looks like a speaker that would go directly into your ear. Not really like directional audio, like you know on the HoloLens it has the speaker that kind of curves
Right.
into your ear. This kind of seems just like you put a pair of like on-ear headphones on.
But it better have spatial sound of some sort.
Interesting. It will have to, because that's one of the best features of the HoloLens. Hey, Ravi, welcome to the stream. Leandro, something. I'm just going to call you Roar. A Magic Leap spokesperson sent a statement to ARS Technica to explain the hardware images posted today. The photos are not renderings, and the only retouching that was done was to edit out some sensitive IP.
Well, that's not what people wanted to hear.
A lot of people look like... That's a really good photo. That's been touched up by Photoshop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like those, I bet those reflections or something interesting. Okay.
But when it's on the guy, like if you go up to the picture of it on the person, that's not on that person.
It looks fake.
That looks so fake.
It looks like magic, guys.
It is magic.
Our device isn't real. It's
like if you just compare the girl's glasses to her face down here to the guy's glasses up here, you can see. I'm not a Photoshop expert, so I'm not.
That doesn't look real on his.
It doesn't look real.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Maybe the pictures of the device might be, but that's definitely not.
Like, they could have at least released a video of someone holding it and putting it on their face. They didn't need to show, like, what was going on.
Those buttons there and see if we get a different view.
Okay, here we go. Here's a picture of it closer up on his face.
Okay, that's looking real now, but still.
It still doesn't look quite real.
It's the lighting.
I think,
that messes it up. Because they're trying to make it look cool.
Interesting. All right. This looks like we got some better I/O. I'm curious what this green sensor is, and there's sensitive IP on there. I'm curious what the sensitive IP they cut out was. Here's the puck, and here's
cool.
I love how they're not showing the other puck.
Yeah.
There's
the power puck.
There's two pucks, or maybe the puck. No, there's two pucks.
Yeah, it's two.
They only have one cable coming out of it.
So it's not hand gesture.
Well, they said that there is hand gestures.
It supports eye and hand gestures.
Okay.
Eye tracking and hand tracking, specifically.
According to Magic Leap. I don't know if that is super confirmed yet. Or what even eye tracking is defined as by them. I'm not sure if it's something like what's that, Motion Leaper?
Magic Motion. Oh, my God.
I think it's Motion well, it's the company
Motion
that
Leap.
does eye tracking that you can add to your own computer. It's like
you can put it on
$1,000 bar.
Yeah, you can put it on your phone and stuff.
Yeah.
I know Lucas Rosota is using it for some of his VR stuff. It looks really cool, actually. He got a beta kit. So, all right, let's start back at the beginning. I don't know what we were just talking about, but let's go back on the device. So here's my biggest gripe with the thing. Before we get too deep at everything, I'm just going to say my biggest problem with it. Peripherals. Let's go ahead and count them down. So we have the headset. We have this huge motion controller. We have one puck, and there is a second puck because there's a cable going off of it. I think someone cut it out on the Holo Developer Slack. I'm not going to... right here. Yeah. So we have two pucks. We have the first puck, which I'm going to assume has USB-C, so maybe it could be either.
Battery.
It could be battery, or it could be... USB-C does HDMI, so it could be a GPU of some sort, too.
I believe people said that one is the light pack. The light field is what they're calling that part of it, the GPU, the light field.
Okay.
And then the thicker one at the bottom, that is the battery pack.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so it looks like we have the top one that's rumored to be some form of GPU. I don't know, whatever they're calling it exactly. And then the bottom one is the battery pack. So let's go. We have 4 pieces of peripherals to do one thing here. That's unbelievable to me. Even if we look at VR, VR uses 3 peripherals. If we don't break down the headsets into 2 different, the handhelds into 2 different devices.
So even though it's not technically tethered, it's still going to be super cumbersome.
I think so. My biggest gripe with VR right now is still the fact that there's tethered and everything. That's my number one favorite thing about HoloLens, and that was my one problem with Meta. And I realize it makes sense for Meta, but Meta only has one tethering point, and that's to your computer. Sure, you can't move around everywhere, but you get all of the power of your computer. So now you're kind of making some weird compromises here, and I realize that there's got to be compromises in everything we do. If you want this certain power, you're going to have to compromise and either take a heavier device or a clip-on, or if you want more battery life, you're going to have to do this. I'm assuming all this is to make the device extremely light, which will enhance wear, because that's the one thing that wears me down on the HoloLens is the weight of it. But I think that could easily be fixed by just transitioning the weight to the back of the device. Mm-hmm. If a lot of the weight, if the adjustment was on the front and all the weight was on the back, it would be much more comfortable than having it all rest right here. So, what are you guys' thoughts?
Well, just speaking about the weight, I mean, if this is just going to be released as a developer's edition, you don't need to worry about the weight right now. You got to perfect the technology and the form, like, and the general form factor. That's where I think the HoloLens succeeds, because it puts everything that's in this picture into its own device. Yeah, I think I noticed
with a clicker.
Yeah, we don't know what the clicker does yet. It could be the same thing as what the HoloLens got, and it's just way bigger than the one on the HoloLens. But if we're just looking at it as it is, it only adds a couple features on top of what the HoloLens is and takes away a couple things. I don't see this changing the game as I said it would right now. It only added like eye tracking, and
one of my biggest
that's what
things
they claim it added. Yeah,
is a lot of people from Magic Leap were saying there's going to be a huge FOV change. And I don't see a very big FOV. Instead of having a bigger FOV, they just blocked off your peripherals. That's fine. They just blocked off your peripherals, which is like, better or worse? Would you guys rather have your peripherals and be able to see, or just have them blocked off and feel like you have a bigger FOV because it's blocked off?
If I'm being like immersed in a situation, which is what Magic Leap claims to be able to do, I'd rather them blocked off, especially since no one's at the level where it's the FOV doesn't matter.
Except for meta, but that's a different ballgame.
In that case, like if I want to be entertained or whatever, but like HoloLens for utilitarian purpose, like I kind of want to be aware of my surroundings, but still use the immersive experience.
Compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's got to be compromises for everything, and that's one of the things they're doing. It looks like they have leather headbands, which look really nice. I'll give it to that. Yeah. That looks very, very nice. USB-C, that's nice to see that. I'm super curious. They don't see, like, one thing I don't like is these cables come down, and then they're like, this just shows up over here. We don't know how long that is. We don't know everything that goes along with it.
And then you're going to run into the issue of, if you're like a shorter person, you're either going to have a cable hanging to you, like off of you, or you're going to have to clip it to yourself somewhere, which makes it a more uncomfortable device. This will be most comfortable on people who are tall, who can extend the cables out where they won't need to clip them to anything.
That's a good point. Also, everything is going wireless. Headphones are wireless. Headphones don't have headphone jacks in them. People are done with wires. Even Austin was just talking. He just bought a pair of Bluetooth headphones, and he's saying how nice they were, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Because why?
Because I keep ripping the wires out at work, and it's super frustrating.
Exactly.
Now it doesn't happen.
Because you have wireless headphones.
Yep.
I just see that as coming around here. I don't see, like, it's not... It just feels like a step back, in my opinion. It's not the biggest detriment. Like, if HoloLens came out with the pucks, I don't think it'd be the end of the world. Also, I don't think it would affect my usage with the HoloLens and such very much. But at the end of the day, I guess it's just not what we expected.
I think we have, like, the right to be super scrutiny and disappointed because of all the hype. Like, they kind of ruined the hype that they've built. Like, I don't know. We
all knew it was going to happen, though, sadly. Yeah. That's the thing. It was like, I felt like there was a point, I said it in a few podcasts ago, that it was a point where it was like, it's too much now. You know, having that level of hype became too much, and it was a pest onto to users and to the public. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like right now, if everyone listening up to this point probably thinks, oh, these guys are just this, they're going to spend all podcasts just trashing on this device. Well, I think we're kind of entitled to that because we were expecting something a little bit more than this. I mean, like, HoloLens gave us an on-stage demo when they first were like, hey, here's the HoloLens. Where is our on-stage demo here? Like, when are you going to show us this device in an uncontrolled environment? That's what I'll be excited about. Right now, I think it still garners the same attention we've given to it in the past, where it's just like, oh, yeah, they say they have something. Like, anyone can do that. I want to see how it works, you know? I mean, a Chinese company did it with the HoloLens. They're like, here's a HoloLens that we're building. All they did was they just, like, probably built something on a 3D printer and were like, yeah, this is the thing we're building. Give us money. This falls into the same category as that right now. It's just nothing. It's nothingness right now.
It's still vaporware. People are calling it $6 billion vaporware, which I feel is a little harsh, like a very harsh, because it's been like years of vaporware, but at the same point, it doesn't. Also, this picture of this puck looks different than the picture of this puck down here. This one doesn't have this blue thing over it.
That's because it's not powered on. That's that's like a on status symbol.
Look, it's moving right now. I think they just programmed that on for cool looks, for cool effects.
I think it's going
really
to be real.
Okay.
I think it's a light display saying like either battery life or just confirmation that the device is on.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt there that they didn't just do that to make it look cool.
Let's talk about a little bit about marketing for a second and how they've been handling the marketing. It's intriguing to me how much clout they all of a sudden were just able to pull and just being like, boom. And I mean, it's on like CNN, it's on Wired, it's on Verge, it's on all of these places that you would not necessarily, I mean, like front page, not just like an article tucked away. It's been big news. I don't think anybody really cares outside of the VR community, VR, AR community. But I don't know. It's been interesting to see how much they've pulled. Do you think it's a good idea for them to be going this hype right now, this much marketing? Or do you think they should have kind of like kept it to just techies?
This should have been a just techie announcement. I mean, they just didn't give us enough and I don't see how you could write a huge news article about this. There's not a lot going on here. That creator portal will be interesting to see. But yeah, there's just not. I don't think there's enough that they released to really write any good articles about or sell anyone about.
Yeah, when
every article's the same.
When Arjun posted the article, first time I heard about it, I quickly went and read it, and I was like, "Well, that was nothing." Like, it was disappointing to have like breaking news like that and just be let down.
It was like their article that they posted. It was like a year ago at this point now. The one update they posted on their websites, because they used to post a lot of updates. Let's go to their stories tab. Ken, you want to cut back to my computer? December 20th. I'm so excited to share with you the first. Well, that's already been seen a lot. New York City. How it all begun. October 4th? No. It was like this January or... Yeah, it was this creativity and imagination. Everybody was really hype all about this that they were posting, but it still wasn't anything really. Let's see what they're saying. And then... Yeah, look, they haven't posted news since 2014. That's worse than our upload schedule.
Yeah.
Download our fact sheet. Should I see what their fact sheet is?
Oh, that's just for investors.
Well, that's no fun.
Potential investors. There's nothing real on there that they're going to be like, wait, let's look at all these pictures of people.
Oh, this is their...
Where were they? Where'd they go? Media.
It went back to news. All right, here we go. Oh, these are just a lot of the pictures that we just saw.
I'm just disappointed in this, in the fact that they could have at least given us a demo, not just pictures.
That would have been nice.
Or like some form of specs. I mean, you don't need to be that secretive anymore. If you're gonna put such a huge media push on things,
yeah,
at least give people something concrete. I mean, everyone's gonna look at this and be like, "Oh, like it's not a pretty looking headset. It doesn't look good at all."
Mm-hmm.
The puck looks good, but the puck we've already determined is going to be a detriment. The little like clicker, that looks good as well, but the headset itself is not a beautiful device. It's not something that I would be caught wearing out in public right now.
Reminds me of Snapchat spectacles,
which were
a total failure.
Yeah.
It was called one of the biggest failures of 2017. Was the
Snapchat spectacles.
Did you not buy a pair?
No.
Wait, you guys didn't buy them?
I thought we all bought them. You're the only one that didn't.
Sorry.
Wow.
Just kidding. They're expensive as hell. All right. Let's go ahead and go over some of the quotes that we have. The product is continually advancing and may be different at time of shipment. That is a very key quote to every picture and every little thing that they throw out there, which is kind of just like this is what it is. We had to put something out. This is what it is. The light pack can clip to a belt or shoulder pad, and up of it says that it's similar in power to a MacBook Pro or an Alienware gaming PC with a dedicated graphics card. All right, let's just do a little comparison right now. What's the smallest, most powerful piece of computer you can buy right now?
Like GPU-wise?
Yes, smallest. Because an Alienware... Let's look at small Alienware laptop. Let's look at Alienware's smallest laptop.
It's probably like the X17. Oh,
an
no,
Alienware 13.
What the heck? And that's...
That's huge. That's pretty powerful, I'm sure. Well, I don't know how they're condensing an Alienware PC down to a puck. Am I being a hater, guys? Am I criticizing too much?
I think that is not something we need to key on, because yeah, it could have the power of it, but just because you have the power of it, that doesn't mean a lot to me yet.
What's those little Chrome box? Oh, they're called Chrome boxes. That's what they are. I feel like a Chrome box. That's like the same size as a Chrome box.
Or like another one that would be good, like the Apple Mini, when it was actually like updated and relevant in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not the same size as that's the glasses. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to quotes. Sorry, we're doing a lot of this on the fly, everybody. So hopefully you guys are not just listening. Hopefully you guys are our podcast. How do you feel about Vive Focus? Are you going to buy the Magic Leap one? Oh, let's talk about price point for a minute. Welcome to the stream, Mesbro. We'll get to your questions in a minute.
So there's a rumored price point out there of about $1,500 to $2,000 for this device, which Roni says is his claim is it's competitive with your like an Alienware gaming PC. So probably top of the line, we're looking at about $2,000 there.
Okay.
So that's not like a terrible price point, but I don't see how you beat the HoloLens at that price point.
No, and I think a lot of the criticism too is like by this time this comes out, HoloLens 2 is already going to be out, which has a lot of rumors about what's going on with HoloLens 2.
Dude,
some people think there's going to be a puck on the HoloLens 2 as well, like a GPU puck.
Really?
Again, yeah, but they'll keep the battery in the headset still.
I think like the battery is the heaviest part. I would rather have an external battery than a puck. I'm more okay with an external battery than a puck. I think the GPU can fit on there.
They were thinking like a new like Surface phone would come out. That would be the peripheral for the HoloLens V2.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And if that HoloLens could run like this HoloLens, but then you add the puck for more power, that would be a good idea. Kind of like, you know how Razer has that GPU dock where
that's
you can
what I like. That's
just
what
plug
I
and play?
That's what makes sense to me. If Magic Leap's going that route, which I doubt they are, or if HoloLens goes that route, I like that. I like to be able to have the power that the HoloLens has right now, but if I want more power, I can plug into whatever, a puck, a computer, or whatever I need to do. That's one of the things I like about the Switch. The Switch is an all-in-one device that plays really well, but I'm sure in future updates they're going to have it when you plug it to the dock. It's going to be like Xbox One capability powers. That makes so much more sense to me than anything that I see going on right here. I don't see any adjustable way to adjust the headband either. We're going to be doing a whole analysis video of this. It's going to be really cut, clean, and well done. So this is kind of like our precursor to that. So go ahead and share your guys' thoughts in the comments and in the live chat, and let us know what you guys think so we can add it to the video if you guys have any informative information. Experiment with combinations of creatures and objects to discover unexpected mashups, like painting with turtles or rays of light. Imagine, produce, and play whenever, wherever, and however. It's a sandbox without boundaries or real sand. It all seems like corporate jargon to me.
So I read a tweet from Lucas Risotto, and he pointed out that when Magic Leap first started with their, like, if you go back up to that render, they were super focused on like photorealistic renders, but now this is like super like basic polygon renders, which is an interesting shift.
Oh, with the whale. I guess we didn't even think about that. The shift from the whale.
The whale.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to, let's go ahead and open up a Wayback Machine and compare their old site to this one. That their site sat like that for how many years? 2-3 years at that point. Here you go. If you guys don't know the Wayback Machine, it's awesome. Let's hope they allow it. Some websites don't allow crawlers.
So one thing that's interesting to me that when I've seen this is, yeah, they say that the device can change a lot from now until it ships, but if they reached out to these media outlets and said, oh, those are pictures of the actual device, that means it's not going to change materially from what it is unless they want to spend a ton creating new manufacturing processes. And so this is basically what we have right now, this device that's not pleasant to look at.
He was a frog. I just went back to their website in May of 2010, and this is what it looks like. Visit us at South by Southwest 2010. Oh my gosh. Who was it that was just joking about it being a frog?
It was Tuck Silver.
Tuck was joking about it being a frog. Holy cow, look at that. The first time I saw the photos, I was disappointed. We were too. Mesbro says, "Are you going to buy?" Or Leandro says, "Are you going to buy a Magic Leap one?" With that said, yes, we're going to buy one. I hope we can get one. I've been on the waiting list for God knows how long to see what they have.
They're gonna see our names. They're gonna see the Hollow Herald, and they're gonna be like, no, thank you."
Okay, let's see. The main difference in the display tech with device shows more realistic graphics. Are you going to buy Magic Leap 1? How do you feel about Vive Focus? We'll go ahead and look at Vive Focus at the end. Guys, this isn't an LCD bouncing off a mirror. This is a direct light shot directly into your eyes. You know how your eyes work. Even if the device is ugly as hell, that is incredible. There's rumors about that, because there's rumors about how that doesn't even work in the laws of physics, just like by beaming light into your eyes. What I think you're thinking of is their new light field display that they've been announcing with with active depth of field, so your eyes can help focus on things easier that are closer. Remember that it was a really big deal a year ago. Who ODG or somebody does it? I can't remember.
Oh no, it was just a small company.
Yeah.
Avigant. Avigent?
Oh yeah,
Avigant?
Avigant did it.
Yeah.
Or Avigent, yeah.
Yeah. But
so the rumors about that actually like being a projector into your eyes, from what I understand, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I think I read a post about how that like defies the laws of physics. Like light doesn't actually work that way. You can't just beam it into someone's eyes and
to make them see objects. That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense at all. You would need that. That's why there's lenses in the first place. Why would they have lenses if they were just going to beam light into your eyes? Why not just have something like the Google Glass?
This looks exactly how the HoloLens looks.
Yeah.
And you know how to see this part right here, how it bumps out like this? I'm going to guarantee that's because there's light beams right there that beam it into multiple layers of glass.
And they just added more layers to give the better depth of field.
Yes, and that's how the light goes in there and it reflects through those depths of field, and that's how you can see. It works the same on the HoloLens. I'm sure it's going to be an updated version. Those do look bigger than what are on the HoloLens by quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
The HoloLens are actually quite small. They're so close to your eyes, so that bigger is significant. Like even if
that's
it's
going to be the FOV being fixed.
Yeah, even if it's just like millimeters, since it's so close to your eye, that makes a very big difference. They're not curved, which I heard some rumors that they were going to be curved, but that's interesting.
Just by looking at the picture, it looks pretty light though, and
it does look light.
Easier to put on than the HoloLens.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a much.
Not with all the cables though. Because
imagine
handing it to somebody else.
Cables.
Okay, excluding the cables. Yeah, you're definitely right. I think it does. The padding looks a lot nicer than a HoloLens. Mm-hmm. The nose piece looks like it's probably going to be nicer. It's obviously going to fit nicer because it doesn't have the weight on your nose. It looks like it's going to be sitting on your nose like a pair of glasses, because the HoloLens actually has a band. I can pop it out right here for you guys. And show you just like this. The headband. This is the actual part. Like people that have never tried on a HoloLens thinks that this part goes around on your head, but it's actually just this part, which I don't see any of that on here. Which
means
it's going to rest on your eyes. Yeah. But it's so light. It's going to be so light compared to the HoloLens. I don't think that's a big deal.
And then when you bring up the fact about looks, I think it's kind of almost a mute point considering the fact of how visual like human beings are. I mean, I'll use the examples of a car. If you had a car that had the performance of like a Bugatti Veyron, but it was ugly as hell, no one's going to buy the car, even if it's the most incredible car in the world. We buy things because they look nice. Mm-hmm. And even if it works incredible and has incredible technology, what's stopping someone like Microsoft or Meta coming in and saying, yeah, we built the same thing, but it looks beautiful like the rest of our device lineup.
Like Apple does. Basically just becoming and being Apple. Build something with similar specs, get a cult following, which I think Magic Leap is. That's what a lot of the comments I read was Magic Leap's basically just the Apple of the AR world at this point, where it's like they'll have a cult following. Sure, it's not the best device, it's not the best. As far as like going off and trading devices and having somebody else wear them, I think this is... I love just being able to pop off the HoloLens and say, hey, Austin, check this out. Mm-hmm. But if it's tethered to me and I have to set the device down, unclip stuff, clip it on him, put the headset on him, and then hand him the thing, I'm so not happy that there's so much tethering. I hate peripherals on everything. I hate cables. This should be like the Leap. This is the future. There should be no cables.
There was no Leap for this Magic.
I like their original site better, I think.
Is that real?
This is really their website from 2010. May 15th, 2010. This was their original website.
It's a great color scheme they got going on
dude,
there.
That
red, yellow, and blue.
This just shows you what anybody's capable of. I mean, this looks like crappier than sites we've started by a lot. No offense to them. This looks like you could mock this thing up in 30 seconds, like Photoshop job. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. But look what they've become. They're a multi-billion-dollar industry
And they
with
have a dope website now.
billions of dollars in assets worth up to $6 to $8 billion.
Can we make that a Redbubble
from
sticker?
this. That'd be hilarious. Magic Leap Studios. Oh my gosh, we get sued so fast. Magic Leap's not the kind of company to mess around. I don't think at all. All right, let's go ahead and check out their website. Let's watch the progression of their website. You guys can do this live with us. Should we go to 2011 and see how it changed?
Yeah.
All right, we're moving up. 2012, it didn't have any changes. This is when crawlers hit it, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's a change. This is 2011. Okay. They got their logo at this point. Looks a lot different now. Our
They
Blue
had a
portal
lot
and beta.
more
The
information.
Our Blue site is now. Let's go to the OurBlue.com.
Might want to check the comments too.
Is there comments?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Our Blue. Oh, I wonder what the Our Blue is. It links to their website now. We're Easter egg hunting live with you guys. Why is the HoloLens so expensive on Amazon? It's like $1,000.
Those are scams.
Yeah, that's a scam. You actually sign a deal. Well, you used to have to sign a deal that you couldn't resell the HoloLens, especially outside of the country. It's probably lifted now, but yeah, it's $3,000 unless it's broken. Even if it's broken, it's probably gonna be more than $1,000. Because that is how your eyes work. You don't see objects in the real world. You see the light that is reflected off those items. I do admit that sounds incredible. However, it is physically possible. You're looking at it in different ways, though. You're looking at like refraction and reflection in two different ways. Because like you're saying that something, it's like what you're saying is like if you looked at a projector and beamed that projector into your eye,
You would see
you would see the object. No. How it works is it beams and it reflects off, and the image is flipped back to you. So maybe I don't think from what I understand, that doesn't work in the laws of physics yet, at least with our current technology. Anyways, kind of steampunk looking or old age motorcycle goggles. Honestly, I kind of like the way it looks. Same. Light field technology is real. Avagant have videos on YouTube. Yes, light field. The light field's different though. We're not experts, so I don't want to say that we're 100% correct, but the way I understand how light field works is that it uses active depth of field through light being beamed into your eyes, but that's not how it works. It works through lenses coming at your thing. I don't understand how it works. Go on the Holo Developer Slack and ask them. They're way more smart than I'll ever be, and they can explain it better. But it looks like the way at least it looks to me, it looks exactly how the HoloLens works. With active light field display, which is what they rumor to have in the HoloLens 2 as well. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, the way the look isn't too bad, but
it's a personal preference.
It's a personal preference, and which it is with everything. Some people like the Meta. I love the way the Meta looks personally. I like it better than how the HoloLens looks, to be honest. But I don't like Snapchat spectacles. Some people love the Snapchat spectacles. It's all just preference, which is fine. Okay, let's see what this says. Social cinematic experience through collective imagination. Magic Leap is a digital and media technology company that develops and delivers proprietary content through its platform and vision of social cinematic experience and collective imagination. Both trademarked words. The company's first offering, the Our Blue, is a co-development with collaborator Weta Workshop. So I guess they've been working with Weta Workshop for like years and years and years. The Our Blue site is now in beta. Experience, contribute, be involved. Download. Let's see if the download link's still there. I highly doubt it's still active. Oh, they have a PDF. Did Wayback Machine download it? Oh, cool. Oh, this looks like Magic Leap something. Doesn't this look like Magic Leap?
That's awesome.
That's sweet.
That would be a cool poster.
The Our Blue. Let's
Download the app
rotate
to your
it.
phone or tablet.
Can I
Start
rotate
the app, aim your phone.
Sorry.
It's basically like that app. Is that cube? Remember that AR
The
cube you got?
Future Mythopia. TheOurBlue.com. Oh, this is kind of cool, actually. This looks pretty sick.
That'd be a really cool poster.
All right, let's rotate it all the way around. All right, instructions. Go to magicleap.com/theOurBlue. All right, now I want to go. You think they shut it off?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just our blue. It's not the our blue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Our blue.
No, it still exists.
Still-
Unless it's no. Yep.
Oh, dang. It's their 404 page. Oh, I thought you could click and turn off the light. Okay. Sorry, guys. We're getting distracted. Hopefully you guys are watching. This is a very visual podcast. Download the app on your phone or tablet. Start the app. Aim your phone at the tablet's camera at this flyer.
And then I guess.
I wonder what happened. That sounds cool. Available on the App Store. Wow, this is 2011, though. This is kind of before anybody was doing augmented reality with QR codes.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right, let's move back to their other website.
I think you can move forward via that.
I probably should have done that, but I want to jump farther than that. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So the SDK is they're developing their own SDK, but people are rumoring that it's going to be off of
Unity, but not confirmed.
not confirmed. I think it would be a shame if they didn't go off of Unity because everything else is being Unity based right now. So unless they get a sick deal with someone else,
And
But
it's
if they're rumored as the Apple of AR and MR, then they'll make their
closed
own.
end to end kind of thing.
Yeah.
they're gonna make their own, and no one's gonna use it.
Have it run off Java or something.
No, I'm sure it's gonna be open. I don't know. Unconfirmed.
They should make it open because that's what's gonna like lead to better MR apps coming out. Is if people can port them over from
Mm-hmm.
anything or
It's
work
not
on the
loading.
same project on all devices.
Select a random date here. We're going up into 2014. The site did something cool, I'm sure, but it's not loading. Let's see if this one loads. That's cool that it archived that PDF. Sean Ong posted in the Holo Developers Slack that says, do you guys think that Microsoft developers are A, sweating themselves right now, or B, laughing? Did you guys see the response?
Yeah, I did. Austin, did you?
What do you guys think? What's your A or B?
I think they're laughing.
You think they're laughing?
They're definitely laughing.
I think so too.
I think everyone's kind of laughing right now, which might be motivation for them to be great, which I hope. I'd love some good competition.
I bet Tanner
the
likes
MR
this.
market.
Tanner, come here. Tanner's not really into MR or anything. He's tried the HoloLens, he's tried VR and stuff, so he's kind of just into tech a little bit. Give us your live preview of what you think this device is. Come here, come talk right into the mic. What are your first thoughts? What are your first thoughts? Without knowing anything, just looks.
I think you'd look like something out of a sci-fi film, but you'd look like the nerd that no one likes
Okay.
out of
Oh,
a sci-fi
okay.
film.
okay. What do you think of the peripheral? Let's see. You want to see it on someone's head?
Sure.
There. First thoughts.
I don't know.
Is this something you would wear?
No, I think the HoloLens is better.
You think the HoloLens is better? Okay, and he's not a fanboy at all. Like this is like he's tried it
I
twice.
just
You just go to
outside
hooks.
input.
All right, what do you think about having to hook stuff onto your pockets?
That's annoying.
That's annoying. You don't want that. What do you?
I mean, it's better than hooking it into a computer or a wall, but
so it's a step up from like VR,
Yeah.
but still
Yeah.
not quite here.
yeah.
What are your least favorite things about the HoloLens?
I guess it's kind of bulky, and sometimes it wobbles a little more.
Okay.
Um,
FOV. Do you care about the FOV? Does it bother you that much?
Just the
tell me what FOV is.
it's the field of view.
Like you know how when you kind of look, the holograms
it is a
go onto
little
the box?
limited.
Okay.
Like it doesn't have the peripheral vision.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What about this controller? Do you like controllers or do you like hand gestures?
I think if hand gestures were more defined, it'd be cool. It would be better, but I think a controller is more accurate. I guess it's easier to get what you want.
Gives you more power.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
What they need is like gloves for doing gestures or something.
There's companies working on that. Okay,
Good.
thanks, Tanner.
I'm breaking things.
All right, that's your live take on Magic Leap from someone that doesn't give a crap about any of it. So take that for what it is.
Don't give a crap.
Dude.
All right, and Magic Leap had their site, though, what it was
Dude.
right here
Yeah.
now.
Apparently, Roni said thank you to Noah.
Oh, is Noah here?
Twitter. No, it's probably one of the.
Why has this been their take on everything? It's so fluffy. So fluffy and beautiful.
Because fluff wins.
It's just their style, dude.
That's fine. That's fine. So, for anybody out there that has read Ready Player One, after this announcement, please tell me that Roni Abovitz is not the guy that created the MMO game in Ready Player One. Anybody that's read it, I think he is like the embodiment of the guy that wrote the game. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. All
Are
right.
you guys excited for that movie?
You're excited for the movie?
No, are you?
No. Hell no.
Okay.
I think it's going to be terrible.
I was just wondering because I saw the preview and it looked all right. It looked like your classic like sci-fi movie that was a port of some book that everyone loves.
It could be cool. I think it could be cool. I think it's going to just be like a cash grab, like every book movie. You know, I don't think it's going to go well. All right, let's go over some comments and then we'll get out of your guys' hair and we'll end this podcast that has been. Wait, Magic Leap Drama. We didn't hit Magic Leap Drama section.
Oh really?
Oh, this whole.
I thought this entire thing was kind of Magic Leap Drama, especially the fact that I think, and I feel bad. We did spend a lot of time on this podcast just like kind of shitting on the Magic Leap again, as we usually do. But they didn't give us anything to praise them for.
And I don't think we were really shitting. We were just talking about points, constructive criticism. I don't think we're hating. We're still going to buy one. We're still excited to see what they do.
Oh, we're definitely buying one.
Oh, yeah. Especially if it's a $1,500 price point, we might get two. Who knows? Yeah. We'll see. So let's go through some comments real quick. Everybody out there, leave your guys' last comments, questions about HoloLens or anything. That's what we know most about. Kind of steampunk looking. Light field technology is real. What about Ronnie saying thank you to Noah? That's cool. If Ronnie actually said thank you to Noah, that's awesome. No, Roni Abovitz is like Noah's idol. So that'd be awesome to get a tweet from your idol. It'd be like if Alex Kipman said anything to us, which he won't. Have you heard about the Void's Secrets of the Empire Star Wars VR? Oh yeah, did you guys see that? How like Star Wars releasing its own like AR VR experience solely?
But that's on that Void thing down. That's that.
Oh, is
MR? It? Yeah, that's the Void. Like,
that's like
remember that company?
Thing?
Oh, really?
Oh, that'd be cool. We actually live really close to where.
So it's like with Ghostbusters, the one.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I'd try that. That sounds awesome. We actually live pretty close to where they make the Void, so we should get in contact with them and see what they're doing.
Go do a review of it.
These AR experiences are weird. We'll talk about them next week. We'll get into the Star Wars AR VR experience, not the Void one, but the one that they created and set it out by Disney. Also, Disney just bought something really important, didn't they?
Yeah, Fox. Century 21 Studios.
That's interesting. We'll get more into that next week.
Basically everything besides Fox News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney owns everything. I won't be surprised if
they wouldn't be allowed to own Fox News because I think they own CNN or something like that. So it'd be no, it's not conflict of interest. It's just antitrust law.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So honestly, I see Disney being a company that would buy something like Magic Leap. Anyways, we'll get into that all next week. Thank you guys for joining us. Any closing words, boys?
No, it's been a good episode. I'm excited to see what Magic Leap reveals further in the future. I'm sure this is not the end. They say it's day one, so yeah, hope for the best. Yeah, I can't wait to see what Magic Leap comes out with. I just want to see it work. I don't want to see... I'm done with the fluff. I've had enough of the fluff. Rave. Sorry, I'll end the podcast like that. We're probably getting a copyright strike. Yeah. No, there's no way. God, stop already. Stop! Stop! Jeez. Okay, sorry, guys. I just want to see the Magic Leap work. Sorry, Paul. Yeah, whatever it is, I want to see it work. Because, yeah, I'm done with the fluff that Magic Leap has given us year after year after year. Just give me something concrete to look at, and then I'll stop criticizing it. Give it to tech people. That's all I care about. Stop giving it to people like... Who's the NBA basketball players? NBA basketball players. We were supposed to talk about the Vive Focus. Rock and roll. Okay, we'll do that really quickly and then we're out of here. What's that rock and roll that everybody loves? The Rolling Stones magazine. They were like the people to break the news, was the Rolling Stones of all people. They got like an exclusive interview too. What? Magic Leap's weird. Anyways, I think Magic Leap should go back to its roots, back to the green frog and the rainbow text.
I think that was awesome. I actually prefer that. We're looking at the Vive Focus right now. We probably know what it is, just not the name is coming off the type.
Is it going to be a
I bet it's
competitor
going to be
to
Oculus'
the
compared.
Oculus? The Oculus Go? That's
I bet
exactly
you
what it
will
looks
be.
like right now.
Oculus Go competitor. Pre-order now and get 4 free VR titles. $4,000?
Although that's yen.
Yen. Okay.
Oh my god, it's so disgusting.
You don't like that?
That looks terrible.
Yeah, what the?
What are they doing? They regressed. They made it bigger.
You don't like that? That's a phone. That's an all-in-one device, man.
Yeah,
It's probably not into a computer.
But
This controller looks so much like
the Oculus Go looks so much better. The Oculus Go looks no different than the Oculus Rift. How could they?
Paul's triggered by Vive.
just by the looks of it.
Let's get some specs down here first, Paul, before you start. Display is a 3K AMOLED resolution 2880 by 1600. That's pretty darn good. Inside and out, 6 degree of freedom, 9-axis proximity sensor, 110 degrees of FOV. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Qualcomm Snapdragon 835. That's going to be cool. Micro SD slot and up to 2 terabyte micro SD external memory. That's cool. 2 terabyte micro SD.
Yeah,
That's
imagine
crazy.
The amount of games you could hold on.
That's insane.
Yeah.
USB Type-C, thank God. Built-in microphones, built-in speakers, 3.5 millimeter.
Sounds like a well-rounded
Less
device.
Wi-Fi,
AC,
built-in
yeah.
rechargeable battery, fast charging, up to 3 hours of active use over 1 week of standby time. 9-axis sensors. Oh, these are the controllers. 9-axis sensors, touchpad, app button, Why are they using batteries? Gosh. Okay, I was on board until they said batteries in the controllers. That's my biggest complaint. Anyways, who asked about the? Who asked?
Mesbro Gamer.
Mesbro Gamer. It looks awesome. I'm down.
The specs are awesome. It doesn't look awesome, but the specs are awesome.
Let's get
And it's an awesome idea.
yen to USD. I don't know why it's giving me Japanese stuff. Sorry. 4,000.
4,300.
My Chromebook's slow. Sorry, everybody.
We could have just asked Google.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Oh, she's right there.
Once you start her, she never turns off. 4000.
What?
Is it really gonna cost $35?
Because I'll buy it if it's $35.
Hey,
There's no
maybe that's just pre-order price. Maybe it just costs.
way.
No.
What?
Is that yen? Are we sure that's yen?
I believe it's yen. Try what's the Chinese dollar called?
The. Holy crap! That's so. We should know this.
Here, just go back and we'll look at the symbols. Go back.
No,
to the
I
yen.
want USD price.
Oh.
Jeez.
What is the Chinese dollar called? I should know that off the top of my head.
That's Chinese yen or Chinese yuan.
Yuan,
Oh.
yeah.
Yuan.
Yuan.
Thanks to Caden.
Thanks, Hayden.
All right, let's do Yemeni Rai.
Chinese. Yuan.
Where? I don't see it. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
$608. That makes way more sense.
The
wow, the
Oculus goes way
yen
cheaper.
is that low? I didn't know yen was that bad. Anyways, how much was Oculus Go?
300.
300? That's good. They're like half the price. I don't know. That looks impressive. If they can pull that off, I'm on board. I'll spend $600 on a device like that. You know what? If it's a standalone VR device, VR-esque device that's as good as Acer or any of the competitors now, I spend $1,000. I'm way up there with the money.
Yeah, I like the idea that they do take away literally all of every single one of the cords that would be involved. Like, you don't even have to have headphone cords anymore. I think that is a major step forward. They just could have made it look just a little prettier.
I think it looks gorgeous, dude. You gotta give them some credit, man. That thing looks like it's out of the future. Vroom. Is Vive a Chinese company? I didn't think Vive was Chinese.
HTC is.
Okay, I guess that makes sense then. Oh, this is nothing. I thought they were going to show us like some screen
Fluff.
caps of it. Anyways,
All
well,
right.
that was interesting.
Cool device. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm on board for less cables. I'll pay
Right now
way
it's
more.
Oculus versus HTC. in the battle of the giants in VR.
Definitely.
We'll see who wins out.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us for the Reality Check Podcast, episode 42. We are going ahead and we're going to sign out, and we will catch you all in the next one. Same time, same place next week.
Really?
Or awards. Different time, same place. Never mind. End the podcast.
We'll see ya.
Kill it.